I say it all the time. We want our entertainers to be politicians and our politicians to be entertainers. And post 2026 Grammys, now is a perfect time to have this conversation. I say it all the time to y'all, right? Hey, y'all want the entertainers to be politicians, politicians to be entertainers. And really, that boils down to one simple thing for me. We could deepen some more, but you got these people who entertain who may not be that knowledgeable on what's going on with politics, but because they are outside with us, we can see them on socials. They're selling us our stuff. We always want to ask, hey, what you got to say on this topic? And meanwhile, the politicians who are supposed to be doing things for us, who's supposed to be saying the right things, we've been so desensitized to them being bumbling fools nowadays, and we've been so used to them not getting anything done thanks to the influx of money in American politics that we kind of just at this point want to be entertained by them. But I wanted to start with this and use three people that spoke on certain things yesterday. I know there were more. I'm not going to use actual clips because, to my other creators, if you don't know, the Grammys will copyright your stuff and you will get knocked up out of here. Number one, to me, of high importance was Bad Bunny, just because of what Bad Bunny represents. I like the jokes that he did with Trevor Noah, the Puerto Rico joke, which we need to talk about all the time. Yes, Bad Bunny does represent a large part of the Hispanic community, but hey, Puerto Rico is part of America. But he still took it upon himself, because obviously there are other Hispanic people that are not from Puerto Rico that love and support Bad Bunny, to get up there, ice out, and in his best. I think it was very important that he did do that in English to get his message across. He had a great night, and I also know that he's going to go with the Super Bowl and follow up with that. Also going to be in another important moment. Immigration Customs Enforcement does not mean that that's the only thing that matters in America right now. If you know anything about this administration, they attack from multiple angles. I need y'all to keep that in mind. That's crucial to my next few points. So now I get the luxury of being able to look at these political statements, to be able to look at these people. Not only do I cover entertainment, but, got to flex my poli-sci degree here and there. And while I don't do PR, talking to y'all, seeing y'all comments, I get to understand what you guys are missing in certain people's stories, or what you guys are missing how certain people deliver certain things. Would Bad Bunny be a little more eloquent in Spanish? Yes, but I also know that people that speak multiple languages are most likely smarter than you, only one language speaker. So there's that on Bad Bunny's message. I want to go to two more people. It was important. I didn't need it to be perfect. I preferred it to be in English just to get the point across. My good sister, the Sizzler from Jersey, and Kendrick Lamar. SZA's message was interesting because she did say, hey, we're not governed by a government, we're governed by God. I get what she's trying to do. Make it as PR friendly as possible. What I did like that she did do was make sure she calmed the fears in a lot of people's heart. I appreciated that. I felt like that was very, very important. But at the same time, some of you will push back and say, well, you're a celebrity. It's easy to say that. Again, I tell you guys, you want the entertainers to be politicians and politicians to be entertainers, right? Are there more words that SZA could have used? Yes. But I do think it's very important that you recognize her message in trying to let you know, yes, we need to have a sense of urgency. Yes, things are crazy. But at the same time, we turn that fear into action. We turn that fear into understanding of community. I know you didn't hear that, but this is what my job is, okay? To tell you what the entertainers are trying to say politically. If you're wondering about one Kendrick Lamar, this is not a defense. I'm just letting you know he was watching like a proud big brother. Kendrick prefers to do everything through his music. He swore off really yapping, especially anything politically. I actually could argue that it was best for him, but that's a whole story for another day, and would prefer to do it in his music. However, I do want to let you know him being willing to stand there and being supportive of SZA's message should count for something. And also, I do want to let you know I'm okay with you dinging him and saying, hey, you should have added to that message verbally. What I've noticed Kendrick will do when it comes to these awards, he will put the music only at the forefront. But again, go back to my first statement. We want our entertainers to be politicians and politicians to be entertainers. SZA speaks, you don't like what she says, you're going to critique her. He doesn't speak, you're going to critique him for not speaking. Y'all don't go this hard for politicians. Last but not least, and probably was the pressing issue, I saved it for last. My good brother Shaboozey. Now, remember what I said to you guys at the first place? We want our entertainers to be politicians and our politicians to be entertainers. For the moment, for what seems like is critical, which is the attack on immigrants, with immigration, custom, and enforcement doing what it is doing right now, I can understand, as you see Shaboozey emotionally getting this message off, trying his best, who is not a politician, not a PR guy, to express support for what people are going through right now, especially since he's a child of immigrant. I could see how he neglected to do what I'm about to tell you that most people should not do. When it comes to talking about building this country, when it comes to talk about the formation of this country, there are two groups you should always keep at the forefront. The first would be formerly enslaved people. I mean, what is quite literally describing the building and the foundation of a country than going to grab people from the coast of Africa, putting them to free labor, and getting years head start compared to other countries. Number two, Native Americans. What speaks more than waging warfare on a group of Native people that once thrived in this land, taking over their shit and forming this country? And then we can tack on the colonists, and then we can tack on immigrants. Immigrants did have a role in this country as well. But I want you guys to understand, my poli-sci mind, other than my lived experiences, will help someone like me format that speech better. A PR person, probably not thinking that hard. They're thinking about making sure the speech is crafted right. Right? Shaboozey, thinking of the moment. But I want you guys to not do this thing. I know y'all still gonna do it anyway. To forget who's terrorizing people in the streets, ICE. To forget who has, time and time again, terrorized, people that were brought here from Africa, terrorized your now, Black American folks over time in the 60s all the way till now. I don't want you to excuse these people and give these people an out and then turn it back to a Shaboozey, your statement sucks, you suck, and this is what we're talking about. You can ding him for not doing what may come off as easy to you because you are quite cognizant of this and you are quite sensitive to the nature of what America has tried to always do, which is erase the history of formerly enslaved people, Black Americans, and Native Americans. But you do not get to hold Shaboozey to a standard that you don't hold your politicians. Okay? I hope I have said this well. Right? It's so interesting when I watch, especially the Grammys, right? Because then I get the other side. While you guys are attacking Shaboozey, SZA, and you might have words about Bad Bunny, there's a load of conservatives on the right, Diet MAGA and MAGA alike, who think none of this shit should even be said. And you end up doing their work by mistake. So y'all stay focused. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.